Hello, this is Greg Maxwell with Amicus Settlement Planners. Today we're going to talk very briefly about ABLE accounts. You may have heard about ABLE accounts, or your clients may have mentioned or asked you about an ABLE account, and this is meant to just give you a brief overview of what it is and how it can help some of your clients. As a brief overview, an ABLE account is a tax-advantaged savings account for an individual that is disabled and their families. So it's another option for those where you may think a special needs trust is the solution. This just gives settling plaintiffs one more option to consider. The ABLE Act was passed in 2014. Most states now have implemented their own ABLE programs. In order to be eligible for an ABLE account, you have to have been disabled before the age of 26. And that limits their effectiveness to a relatively small number of plaintiffs. But if you do have a client that was disabled before age 26, keep an ABLE account in mind as an option for them. Some of the advantages of ABLE accounts, essentially like a special needs trust, it preserves that client's eligibility for Medicaid, SSI, SNAP, and other needs-based government benefits. It can be used to pay for disability expenses, and unlike a special needs trust, an ABLE account can be used to pay for housing costs and other basic living expenses. So they're a little bit more flexible in what they can be used for than a special needs trust. And so a lot of times what we'll do is use an ABLE account in conjunction with a special needs trust if the client qualifies, in order to make the distribution provisions more broad and to be able to pay for more of that client's needs. Some of the disadvantages, there is, like in a special needs trust, a Medicaid repayment provision. If the client passes away and there's money still in the ABLE account, Medicaid has the right to come back and be reimbursed for what they've paid on behalf of that client. And the real limitation and the real downside to ABLE accounts is that the contributions are limited to $15,000 each year. So in a case where it's a relatively small net settlement to the client, and you don't want to have to go through the cost and hassle of setting up a special needs trust, you can establish an ABLE account for that client, and that works really well if they meet the eligibility requirements. Or you can have a special needs trust and an ABLE account, and have the special needs trust pay the ABLE account $15,000 each year, and that way you have a little bit more flexibility in terms of distribution. So, if you have a client that's on Medicaid or SSI, give us a call. We can talk to them about all of their options, whether that be a special needs trust or an ABLE account, or helping them figure out how to spend the money down. That's what we're here to help you do, so feel free to give us a call, and we'd love to chat with you about it.